Nom Nom delivers fresh food with whole ingredients backed by veterinarian science. Science tells us that a dog's health starts in the bowl, so improving their diet is one of the best ways to help them live a long and happy life. Nom Nom's food is full of proteins your dog loves and the vitamins and nutrients they need to thrive. All you have to do is order, pour, and serve. Ready to make the switch to fresh? Order Nom Nom today. Go to https://trynom.com/curveball and get 50% off your first order plus free shipping. That's https://trynom.com/curveball. Plus, Nom Nom comes with a money-back guarantee. If your dog's tail isn't wagging within 30 days, Nom Nom will refund your first order. No fillers, no nonsense, just Nom Nom. Welcome to the Living the Dream podcast with Curveball. If you believe, you can achieve. Welcome to the Living the Dream with Curveball podcast, a show where I interview guests that teach, motivate, and inspire. Today, I am joined by singer-songwriter Pam Ross. Pam is originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but launched her music career in Houston. She has her own kind of music. It's called Pam Music by her fans, where she blends her influences of rock, Americana, and country. So we're going to be talking to her about her career and her Pam music. So Pam, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Why don't you start off by telling everybody a little bit about yourself?
Well, I was born in Pittsburgh, but I spent most of my life in Houston. So, I was always that person in Houston with the Steeler flag. But I do consider myself a Texan. And, I've been writing songs most of my life. And yeah, my music is just really fit into a particular genre, per se. It's a mashup of everything. I listen to a lot of different styles of music, and that all comes out when I write. So if you hear one song and you think you know how I sound, just wait, because the next one is going to be very different. And, I'm always getting asked, what do you consider your music? What do you call your music? Do you call it country? Do you call it rock? Do you call it roots rock? Do you call it alternative? Alt country, whatever. And I was just like, it's just me. So people just started calling it Pam music, because that's kind of what it is. It's just a mashup of everything. And I just write whatever comes out.
Okay, well, what made you want to get into music?
I've always wanted to play music. I think really as far back as I can remember, like my first memories, it was just always what I wanted to do. It was something I was always drawn to.
Okay, well, let's talk about what Pam music, what made you want to create Pam music, your own type of style, to get out there and be different, because I know a lot of artists will say, well, they want to put me in this particular genre, so you're expected to be in a genre in some ways, but you said, nope, I'm going to be different. What made you want to do that?
It wasn't anything on purpose. It's just I write whatever comes out. And, I think when I was younger, when I first started writing, paid more attention to that, and I would think more about it. But as I began to write more and more, I started saying, you know what? That's stupid. Just write whatever comes out, let it come out. And a good song is a good song. It doesn't have to fit into anything particular. So, if I write a song tomorrow and it kind of leans in the country genre, great. I write a song the next day and it leans more in the rock genre, great. To me, as long as it's a good song and people enjoy it, that's all that matters.
Absolutely. That is all that matters. So tell us about some of your influences. I know you say you like a lot of music, but, give us some of your influences that make you do what you do.
I've got a really wide range of influences. When I was really, really young, of course, my first musical influences would come from what my mom was playing on the radio. And my mom really liked, the classic country, like Dolly Parton and Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson, things like that. So that was the first music that I really heard. My siblings, which I have three, are quite a bit older than I am, and they were all into rock. So then I started hearing all this rock music. And my brother, I remember, was very much into Elton John. So I'd always be listening to his Elton John tapes. And he was a very big influence on me. I'm a huge Elton John fan. And, I began to get older. I love Van Halen. Eddie is like my guitar hero. I can't play anything like him. I wish I could, but he's definitely my guitar hero. And Pink Floyd was another big one, Springsteen. And I got a little older and got into Nirvana when they came out. And I'm a huge Foo Fighters fan. I love Dave Grohl and everything that he does. So, it really spans. I love, John Mellencamp, The Pretenders, and REM. It just kind of really goes to all different styles of music, Guns N' Roses, and, from heavy metal to classic country and everything in between.
Right. Well, do you just sing and songwriter? What kind of instruments do you play?
I play guitar primarily, but I also play keyboards. I wouldn't call myself a keyboard player. I do know how to play them. My favorite thing to do with the keyboards is whenever I write a song, I'll record it, and then I like to sit down with my keyboards and come up with melodies and hooks to put into the song. And then when I go into the studio to make a record, I can lay down my own keyboard tracks.
Okay. Well, have you had the opportunity to work with any of some of your favorite artists? And if not, who are some of the favorite people that you would like to work with and do music in the future?
I definitely have not had any opportunity to work with any of the people that I've mentioned. I only wish. That would be incredible. If Elton John ever wants to write a song and Bernie Taupin is busy, I would love to jump in and write some lyrics. And, Dave Grohl would also be another one that I would love to write a song with. But actually, I've written all my songs alone. I've never written a song with anyone else.
Okay. Well, as an artist, an experienced artist like yourself, what kind of advice would you give to any aspiring or up and coming artists?
I think the big thing I would say is don't get sucked up into trends. What's hip and cool at the moment. Be yourself. Don't try and change, who you are and the way you write to try and fit in with what's cool at the moment. Because number one, as you and everyone else knows, trends come and go. So if you spend all your time trying to be like what's in the moment, 5 years down the road, it's going to be all different. And you really can't shine standing in someone else's shadow. If it's a trend, it's already there, it's established. It's really hard to stand out. I think the best shot anyone has is be yourself, write your own style of music, be who you are, be unique, be different, make yourself stand out from other people. I think that's how you really get noticed, not blending in with everyone. It's doing what makes you special. And everyone has something that makes them special.
Absolutely. So tell the listeners about any current or upcoming projects that you're working on that people need to know about.
Well, if you happen to be in the Raleigh, North Carolina area, I'm playing out all over the place. I'm always playing live shows. And I am working on getting stuff ready for my next record. I've been working on the keyboard parts for the songs that I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be putting on. Pretty sure because that could change by the time I actually end up in the studio. That's really the two big things I'm doing right now is just getting ready my next record ready and playing a lot of live shows.
Okay, well, how can people keep up with you? Check out your music, throw out your contact information. Tell us where we can find your music.
PamRossMusic.com. That's where you can find me anywhere. You can that's my website where you can go and check me out. If you go on Facebook, put Pam Ross Music. If you go on Instagram, put on Pam Ross. If you go on YouTube, put in Pam Ross Music. Everything's linked up to the same name.
Right, PamRossMusic.com. Close us out with any final thoughts. If there was something that I forgot to touch on that you would like to talk about, or just any final thoughts you have for the listeners.
No, just go check out my music whenever you got a chance. I've got 2 videos, professionally made videos on YouTube, one of which has won 3 awards, and it's up for a 4th at the Carolina Film Festival for Best Music Video. So that's Fire in the Hole. And you can just find that by doing Fire in the Hole on YouTube, Pam Ross. And I have another one from my 3rd release called No One Around, which is actually my favorite song on the record. And other than that, nope, not a whole lot.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Pam Ross Music. Be sure to check out Pam Music. Check out everything she's up to. If you're in the Raleigh area, check her out. You get an opportunity to check out her at a live performance. Check her out. Follow, rate, review, share this episode to as many people as possible. If you have any guests or suggestion topics, cjackson102@cox.net is the place to send them. As usual, thank you for listening. And Pam, thank you so much for joining me and sharing Pam Music.
Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
For more information on the Living the Dream podcast, visit www.djcurveball.com. Until next time, stay focused on living the dream.